So now that I've shared my short story with you all, now I'm going to be sharing with you on how to be relational with a prospect, and also the prospect, the power is in the prospect's question. So what I mean by that is when you are meeting with a prospect face to face, the very first thing I do is I listen to them for the first 10 or 15 minutes. As I listen to them, I'm going to be able to hear just exactly where Rodan and Fields can fit into their lives. They are going to express whether it's commuting and being on the road and that they're tired of that hustle and bustle, whether it is that they need financial freedom, whether they need time freedom, whether they need great skin, they miss their children, or all the above. Wherever that conversation goes, I'm going to know how to lead with the Rodan and Fields business. The facts are great, the facts are so exciting, and in the very beginning it was so easy to just throw up Rodan and Fields and express everything because it is amazing. But there's so many times that that's just an overload to them, and that may not matter. So actually listening to that prospect and being relational when they finish, I will be able to share with them how this is going to help fit into their lives. So if they have told me all the above, like I talked about just a few minutes ago, I can say, you know, not only can you get great skin at the steepest discount, but you can also work this business into the nooks and crannies of your day until you build it enough that you can have that time freedom, have that financial freedom. You can have this business, it can be what you want. It can be big, it can be small. And the great thing is we carry no inventory, we have no deliveries, so that is not time that you're going to have to invest because the doctors do it all for us. And I just express to them how Rodan and Fields will fit. I share with them how busy I was and how I was able to work it and how amazing busy people do in this business because they know how to balance and they know how to run and how they can grow. So I lead throughout the conversation by being relational. I'm always passionate, I'm always excited about Rodan and Fields and what it can do. Also, the power is in their question. After you share your story and after you share some of the things that they're going to be able to hear that they want out of that life change, they're going to ask you things like, okay, is there a certain quota I have to meet a month? How much money am I going to have to invest in this? You know, the time objection, all these different things. And then you're going to be able to share more facts. Then you're going to be able to share more about the opportunity. Also, during the time that you're listening to them, you're going to know what their objection is going to be. If they're busy commuting, if they're busy balancing 4 kids, if they are busy with a husband that you know, is in the military, and so they're the primary parent at home, or they're working 12-hour days, guess what their objection is going to be? Bingo, it's going to be time. So you're already going to know that objection that you have got to work through during talking to them about the business. That's why we have to listen, and then we just have to work through that. I absolutely love meeting with people face to face. I have trouble messaging with people back to back on Facebook. I do not do well with that. I love talking to them on the telephone, and I do the same thing. I ask them, tell me a little bit about yourself, whether it's on a 3-way call or whether it's just me and them talking one-on-one, where I still know exactly how to invest in the conversation. Going back and forth on Facebook is just empty words, and they cannot hear your excitement. Also, being relational, you can do that through Facebook posting. You can go to that prospect's page, that dream person that you want, and invest in conversation. You know, comment on their post. I'll give you an example of a lady that I had never met. She messaged me, and I had friended her on Facebook, and I was her only Rodan and Fields friend. I look for those people so only my stuff will go into their news feed. So she messages me about the AmpMD roller. And in the middle of the messaging, I could tell that she was a military wife, that they were going to be moving. She really wanted to think about her skin, but she just couldn't do it right now. And I could tell it was one of those conversations that was going to be really hard to get her. And I felt like the timing was not right. So I didn't want to be too pushy, so I followed up with her a couple of times with promotions and things like that. She said, I'm going to be moving to Kentucky soon, and I would just love to meet with you. So about a month later, I follow back up with her, and I say, have you made it to Kentucky yet? I'd be excited to meet you. I hope all is well. That was it. I never even mentioned the word Rodan and Fields. She messages me back. She's like, oh yeah, I am. I'm at Rodan. I'm ready. I would like to meet with you. So I meet her at Starbucks. So I let her lead. I asked her how she was. Remember, this was the first time we've ever met. I find in the conversation that she's commuting 2 hours a day, that she is pregnant. She was early on in pregnancy, so I didn't know it. She had another little one at home. Her husband was in the military. So after 10 or 15 minutes of conversating, I told her, I'm so excited to share this with you. I know we are here for product, and you do get a discount, 10% off and free shipping. But let me tell you what you get as a consultant. You can get 50% off the first time. Then you can get 25% off, a tax write-off. You can get your products paid for, but eventually it can grow really big, and you can have that financial and time freedom if that's what you choose to do and work it around your family. I was a busy lady too that was working 12-hour days, and this brought me home to my family. And I was able to work through that objection right on, and I was able to share with her. Then she started asking questions, and I was able to tell her more facts about the business, and she was so impressed. So that goes to show you how being relational is so important. Being passionate, letting the power be in their question, and just following their lead and letting that conversation flow. I hope this helps somebody. I know it's kind of long, but I wanted to express the balance and the part that we play in as the consultant, and it's truly about growing those relationships. And I hope this is a great takeaway for you all. Thank you so much.